going beyond number talks and having even young children as young as 5 years old looking at data in different forms. And data can be like this visual of the otters, and then you're also going to see it can be things as in graphs. So we were just looking at this. I want us just to take a minute, and since there's only 10 of us, I'm going to let you just kind of look at each other and then kind of see when, like put up a finger, like meaning you want to go next. I'm just going to let people begin to see what do they notice here in this really basic picture. Oops, I didn't want to do that. Okay. All right. What do you notice?
Sally.
Am I unmuted? Yeah. I noticed that there are, I think, 4 river otters, but it's hard to tell.
Okay, so Sally, can you expand on that? And I'm going to, oh, Lord have mercy. So this is where you all are going to help me. Okay, so I'm going to go to annotate. Sometimes I struggle with, but I'm going to find it.
Scroll up to the top.
Oh, it's at the top. I was looking at the bottom, Michelle.
Is this all, are you doing this all through Zoom?
Yes, I am. No, I'm not. This is, yeah, I'm doing it through Zoom, and I'm trying to get to the annotate. And I think it's, last time, I thought it was down. Oh, okay, thanks. All right. Okay, I'm going to annotate, and I'm talking to Sally. And so Sally, I want you to help us determine how many. So go ahead and let's start. So
Here's
what do you see there?
I see 1, that's 1. And then another one at the top.
Oh.
2. And then right under him.
So wait, so let's just stop. Does everybody agree or disagree? So this means I agree, put your thumb up. And then this means I have a different opinion. Or you can just shout out, yes, I agree. Okay. All right. And then tell us, are there any more than 2?
There's 1 under. There's 2 more under the top one, I think.
Under. So let's everybody say that. There are 2 more under the top one. So if this is the top one, and I'm going to write top. Everybody's that start with a T, top. Okay, so there's the top one, and I heard her say, everybody, what was the word? Is it, where's the other one?
Under.
Everybody say it?
Under.
Under, all right. There's 1 under, and what number is that? Everybody show me on your fingers and say that out loud.
3.
Okay, and then everybody draw the number 3 in the air. Let's do it together. Start at the top and around. And around, and say it again. 3. Okay, great. Are there any more?
1 more underneath, kind of squished.
Underneath. Everybody say it again. Underneath. And everybody show me on your fingers, how many does that make all together?
4.
Everybody say it.
4.
4.
Okay, awesome. And let's draw it in the air. 4. Awesome. So the total quantity, everybody say it again.
4.
4.
Say it in a whisper. 4. Say it in a squeaky voice. 4. Okay. All right. So can you and TK and Kinder do this?
Yep.
Okay then. All right. Let's go on to the next. Well, let's talk about this a little bit more. What else do you notice from this photo? And I'm purposely not having you go in chat because I'm assuming Kinders cannot go in chat yet. So what else do we notice?
I notice that they are near water of some sort.
Can somebody repeat that?
They are by water.
Near, and everybody say that word near.
Near.
Near water. Okay, and then I'm just gonna put big, does everybody agree that this is the water there?
What's another word for near that you might think of or you might want to say?
Close.
Yeah.
Everybody say that word.
By the water.
Close.
Close. Okay, great.
Next to.
Oh, wow.
Everybody say that. Next to.
2.
Okay. Anybody notice anything else?
I can't see 4 otter bodies.
Hmm.
Who can
What makes
repeat
you
that?
say that?
Oh,
Sorry.
thank you, Michelle.
Sorry. What makes you say that?
Because I can't see all the bodies. It looks like there's only 3 bodies. Oh, maybe there's 4 bodies.
Well, but how many agree it's hard to see? How many bodies can you see clearly? Show me on your fingers. Say that number out loud.
3.
3.
So let's circle them. Does everybody agree that that's one otter body?
Yes.
Okay, and where do you see the next one? Somebody guide my cursor. Where should I go?
Move to the right.
Is that the right?
No.
Oh, okay. Is this the right?
Yes.
Tell me when to stop. Oops, let's do it again. Tell me when to stop.
Stop.
There you go.
Ah, okay, so that's the second otter body. Let's say that. That's the second
Second otter body.
otter body. And then where do I go next to find one? Up, down, left, right? Help me, friends. What?
Up.
Up? Oh, here I am. Is this right?
Down.
Down.
There.
Right here? Okay.
That's the 3rd otter body.
Uh-oh, somebody, let's all repeat that. That's the
The
third
third
otter body.
Otter body.
Okay, is there another one?
Yes.
Where do I go?
Up.
Top of the 3rd otter body.
Oh, that's really precise language. Top of the third otter body, and there's the 4th. And I'm just gonna pause here. Why am I saying 2nd, 3rd, 4th versus 1, 2, 3?
Teaching cardinality.
Can somebody repeat that?
Cardinality.
And any suggestions about why is cardinality important?
It helps teach kids the place of numbers. Numbers in the larger context.
How many agree with that? So it's just something to think about, cardinality, and just being really careful of 1, 2, 3, 4 versus if we're talking about the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. Okay, so in terms of kindergarten, even beginning of 1st grade, an activity you could do. So we're talking about the otters, but now we're adding a sense of number sense. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now I'm gonna go to the next, maybe. You guys, thank you for
Hi
being
there.
so patient with me. All right, I think I'm gonna click off of that and, aha.
But then how do we get rid of that?
Oh, holy macaroni and
So
cheese.
go up here.
Okay,
Oh, we annotate it.
where was it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you guys, one of the things we have to do here, and I don't know, does anybody know how to do erase all? Because I do not.
I don't even know how you're drawing on the Zoom screen.
Oh, okay. So when we get to another one, I'm going to let you guys turn yours on and play. Thank you for saying that. So before we go to the next screen though, even with kinder, when we cannot go into the chat, and I don't even feel like at the very beginning of school, you can shove them into a breakout room. So that's why I'm purposely not doing it, even though it'd be easier for this adult conversation for you to be in those rooms, because I want to model classroom discussions that include thinking of all kids when we have to be in a whole group session. Does that make sense? And then I also want to capture your thinking. So if you have other ideas and you're a kinder teacher, let me know. I think 1st and 2nd, we're going to be okay putting them in breakout rooms, but probably not the 1st week of school, right? What do you guys think?
No.
No. Okay, then we're just going to stay like this for
Yeah,
now.
like breakout rooms didn't work so well last year with 2nd grade because then they all like obviously off task and come through. But anyway, we'll try it. I'm sure.
Okay,
but not
Jolie. But not right away. So let's just stick with this for now, and then we can talk about how we could get them into that. So now I want to see if where I'm still using annotate, can I go to the next slide? And I don't think I can, you guys. So I think I have to turn off annotate and then, yep, and then go to the next slide. And now I'm going to let you guys annotate in a second. I'll let you take turns. But first of all, I just want to, the only thing that I'm going to say about this is Well, first of all, thumbs up. Have you ever seen a map before? And so I think that, how many of you think a number of your children may not have seen a map? Yeah, I think so. So we're just gonna look at the map, and I don't even need you to worry about the letters down below. All I'm gonna tell you is that these are pins, and they represent where in Marin County we have seen otters. So these are where we have seen otters. And then I am gonna go to annotate again. Oh, even though I have such a hard time getting there, you guys. It's just so, it's so hard. It's on the top of the screen. And the way that you guys can use annotate, look down on the bottom of your screen. So Michelle, yours is different. No, you're a co-host. But on the bottom of your screen where it has share, you should be able to find the annotate function. Oops. Oops. Oh, Lord. Okay. Do you guys see where annotate is on yours?
No.
Is it where share screen, record reactions?
Yes, yes. Go over and then click on it, and there should be an annotate button.
Click on what? Share screen?
Yeah. Well, look over to the right of it, and then can you find it? You know what? I'm going to go on my screen where I'm on the other one and see.
I found it.
Okay,
I
can you tell
covered
them how to
over-
get there?
Hovered over share screen where I can go, you know, exit full screen, etc. And I also saw annotate. I didn't know it was there.
Oh, good.
And I
So
just
it-
added a heart. And I think
Oh, I
it's
see it.
over-
I see
I
it.
think it's
Okay.
over now, Burdell.
All right. So
Like-
now where you have to be really careful is we're going to explain to kids about self-control.
Yeah.
And we're going to annotate one at a time, okay? And we're going to ask permission. Okay?
Uh-huh.
I know. See, this is going to be really hard, and so you're probably not going to teach them how to annotate. Well, what happened to my screen? Somebody just took over.
I think,
Here, go back.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I think because of the share screen, other people took over.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me get back to my slides. It's all good. Do you want to, this will stop other share screening. Yeah, I don't care. Okay, here we go. Okay, all right, thanks, Michelle. So we're gonna go back to it. But the reason why I wanna do this is because we wanna, if people wanna be able to begin to share what they notice, and then we're gonna start to circle and we're gonna do some more data talks. Oh, so I love it. Who circled the blue pin down here? Do you wanna tell us about that?
Willow, me.
Willow, why did you circle that, my friend?
I was testing out to see if it worked.
Oh, okay, cool. All right. Okay, no, that's great. I thought maybe it was because that's by where you lived or something like that.
It's also, you know, it's also by where I live, but just
Oh, cool. Okay.
trying out to see if it works.
Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense. Is there anybody that knows where they live, where they would like to circle it and show us? Or if you know where your school is and you want to show us where that is? Ah, okay, so who circled that and tell us about it?
That's me, Willow, and I live
Okay,
in San Geronimo, which is close to Lagunitas, near the Jerry Giacomini open space. So it is very close to my house, both of those pins. Stacy, if you go up to the very top of the screen,
cool, okay.
and go to more, it'll give you the annotate tab. Ooh, Laguna, good job.
Cool.
Novato.
And who circled the Novato? Who's up in Novato?
You know what I did? Because
Oh, you did.
even as a co-host, you can do it.
Cool. Okay.
Is anybody having trouble finding the annotate button on your screen?
I'm having trouble. I'm up at the top, and what do I do?
So when you go up to this top and you see you are viewing Eileen Smith's screen and it's green, can you see that part?
Oh yeah, I do. Yeah.
And then go to view options
Okay.
and then you'll see annotate.
Oh, thanks.
And then you'll see the pen, you'll see an eraser, you'll see a stamp when you can do like a star or an arrow or a check mark.
And you could have kids circle or put a check mark by where they are. It's just good because a lot of little kids have not seen a map, but even if they've got their parent there with them, or you could walk them through it. I see Sally Strike found the arrow. That's awesome. And so it's just good. It's like manipulatives in a classroom. Give them time to play. Let them display. And then I do this whole thing about, okay, so now we've had our playtime. Everybody put your hands up high, put your hands together, touch your shoulders, touch your head, put your hands up high. Let's say the word together, self-discipline. Everybody say it. Self-discipline. I can now watch and listen to others. And you just make it really, really fun about self-discipline, listening to others. And so then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pretend we had a good 5 minutes to play, and I'm just gonna erase stuff for now, because then we're gonna come back to it. And I'm gonna model doing a little bit more of a data talk, okay? But I think it's important first that we just kind of let everybody see where everything is, okay? So now, what I am gonna ask is, when we were looking at the pins, what do you notice?
They're different colors.
How many agree with Sally? Okay.
There's more
So-
blue pins and
So
pink.
show me, yeah. So show me on your fingers, how many different colors are there? Oh, I see a 5.
Oh gosh.
How many different colors are there of pins? We're talking about the pins.
1, 2, 4.
So I need some help. Let's just talk about it. What color? Okay. Sally seems so adamant about the 5. So Sally, just tell us one of the colors that you see. I lost my annotate again, Michelle. Okay. Tell me one of the colors that you see.
Blue.
Does everybody agree? Let's all say blue.
Blue.
Oh,
Blue. Draw the first letter in the air that begins with. What does blue begin with, everybody?
B, blue.
Okay. All right. Now, I'm going to ask this. And I'm going to take shout outs, and I'm actually going to record what you say over to the left. How many blues do you see? And I'm going to give quiet time. So everybody take your silent fist, put it over your heart. Self-discipline. You're thinking how many? And then if you know one way, put up one way to count how many. 2 ways, 3 ways. How many in all do you see? Now I'm gonna let you guys just blurt out. Oh, or we could do like Lisa. Show me on your fingers how many you see. Thanks, Lisa. I see a 9. I see a 10. What else? An 8. I'm gonna record all answers. And I like how people are showing me different ways. So then I'm just gonna ask somebody to share how they were able to count that. So I'll just take one person if you want to raise a quiet hand, and then we'll begin to repeat and model total numbers. So anybody want to share how they counted their total, and then we'll figure out which one, how many we have altogether. I see Sally wants to share. Anybody else?
Cindy wants to share. Willow wants to share.
Okay, well, we haven't heard it all from Cindy, so let's start with Cindy, and then you guys be thinking, because we'll get your way as well. Cindy, let's start. How did you count?
I tapped the screen.
You what?
I counted and tapped the screen.
Okay, so if I start up here, will you show me how?
Yep.
Did you start up here or did you start down here?
I did it twice. I started at the bottom once and I started at the top when I confirmed. And I just, boop.
All right, so let's tap and count like Cindy did. Are we ready? You walk us through it.
Oh, I'm just thinking about the mathematical practices. Which because she did it, she checked it first and she checked it again. What mathematical practice is that?
Tend to precision.
Oh, attending to precision.
Thank you.
Yes.
3?
That's math practice number 6, precision.
Number 6, okay.
All right, but I love it and very kinesthetic. So let's count with Cindy. Are you ready? You lead us.
Okay. 1,
1.
2, 3.
Wait, everybody's not doing it with you. Let's start all over again.
Nope.
1,
1, 2, 3, 4,
4,
5,
5,
6,
6. Oh, thanks, Willow. Look what she's doing. 6, 7,
7,
8,
8, 9.
9. How many like Willow's idea? I like that you used the arrow, Willow. Thank you. That's good modeling. And then we could count it from the top down to model. All right. Thank you, Cindy. Who counted it a different way? Anybody? Nobody, I just pretended. Okay, that's all right. We're gonna introduce you later to our little friend, Owen, and show you how he counted it. So we'll just pretend that that's that. And in kindergarten, that might be the only way at the beginning of the school year that kids counted as one-to-one correspondence, okay? Did anybody, so that's the color blue. What other colors did we see? And let's everybody whisper the color that you see besides blue. Everybody whisper one color and I'll listen. Purple. I heard a number say purple. Okay, let's everybody say purple.
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 Okay, and who can help us count the purple? How many purples do you see? And I want to be able to see more people so I can call on them. And I'm seeing a lot of people show 4. How'd you do that so fast? Gina, can you share with us how you did it so fast? How did you see 4 so quickly? Did you count them?
I counted by 2s. They were all together in the part of the map, and I just went 2, 4.
All right, let's try it her way, everybody. 2. And then what did she say here, everybody? 4. So let's put 2 and 2. And then what does that make all together, everybody?
4.
4. Okay. Now, I'm going to ask you to really think, and then on the count of 3, you're going to answer this. Are there more or less purples than blues? At the count of 3, I'm going to let you shout the word more or less of the purples than the blues. 1, 2, 3, go.
Less.
Okay, how many think some kids are going to say more? It's more and less is really difficult all the way through 2nd grade. I agree. And so we might want to circle all of the blues. Yikes. And then we learned something, and we'll play that part of Owen, Michelle, don't you think?
Mhm.
He did kinder last year, and because of getting out, school in March versus June, he really did not know this symbol about 4 is less than 10. And so I think that's just something that's so crucial for the little ones. So this graph is a great way to say more or less than and to focus on that. Does that make sense? Any other ideas for more and less? Oh, and then in talking to Kelly Dupree, who couldn't join us today, I just want to share this. You guys shout out, how many reds do you see? Just shout it.
4.
4. Maybe.
And see, and some
Maybe.
think 3. So can somebody that we haven't heard from yet share with us if you think there's 3 or 4 and why? Because this is hard. And then we'll let you hear what this little kinder said. Stacy, you look like you want to say something. Do you want to share if there's 3 or 4 and why? Go ahead.
Well, actually, I was trying to count the pins, the little pokey parts on the bottom. And so I think there are 4.
Oh, so you guys, what did she say? Can somebody repeat what she said? Somebody repeat what she said. Willow did a good job listening. Susan looks like she really listened. I can't tell because
I
Sarah's...
was trying to count the pokey parts.
Oh, does everybody agree? The pokey part. So is that the part up here?
No, on the bottom.
Oh, the bottom. There's that bottom word again, on the bottom. Okay, so then can you walk us through it? So if we count the pokey parts, I see one here. Where's the other one? Help me. Where am I going next, you guys?
Lower to the right. Lower to the right.
Lower,
That little-
right? Yep.
Oh,
That was
well, my
left.
right.
Okay. All right.
There
Here's
you go.
one. So that's the second one. Oh my gosh.
If the
Help
map
me.
were bigger, okay, well, they won't be able to make the map bigger though, right? It's just what they see from
No.
you.
It's
Okay.
really hard, isn't it? But I
Yeah.
do agree there's 4, but do you see how hard that is? I'm gonna
Yeah,
let you
to
listen
see.
to Owen's words, but that's a hard one. But, so there are 4, and then, is that equal to any other number of pins you see on the map? I'm seeing some thumbs up. So yeah, okay, so can somebody tell us which color is red equal to in terms of quantity?
Purple.
Everybody say it. Thanks, Eileen.
Purple.
Red and purple.
Red is equal to purple.
Red and purple. Okay. All right.
Eileen, can I ask a question
Yes, Sarah.
about, are there hand signals we could use for more and less on Zoom? Are there hand signals for,
Well,
that we
Sarah,
could
see, this is really
teach?
hard because, well, you guys, let's brainstorm it. Let's answer Sarah's question. What hand signals could they use for more or less, do you think?
Like this.
Yeah, because it's like, yeah, because.
This is going to be hard because they're looking at it and doing it at the same time.
Yeah.
What if
I
we
don't know. That's a really good question. Think about what you might want them to do. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There you go. More. So this could be more and this could be less,
Oh,
right? More and less. Well, I was following kind of Lisa and Willow, but more and less. Yeah.
that would be more visual for my little bitties.
Oh, Sarah, you know what you guys just made me think of? So yeah, more would be like this. And then when you go like that, that's the point for the less, right?
Or you could have them invent it, huh?
Yeah,
I
because
know
you
in
guys
Seal-
just did. There's
In
more.
SEAL, we often have the kids invent the hand signals, so.
I love it. So more or less, you guys invented. I love
Sorry,
it. I love
I'm
it.
out for a walk, so I don't want to make you guys seasick with my camera on, so I'll
You're
try
not
to
making
jump
us
in.
seasick. But
I'll
this
try
is
not to
great.
fall.
That's okay. But so here is a map, here is data. And can the kids make sense of this?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now I have a question. And so if you're just kind of looking at this, I would want them, like, I'd say, like, maybe this is my classroom. I'm in Santa Fe. And so I'm going to circle Santa Fe. Oh, wait. I'm going to circle Santa Fe. There we go. There's Santa Fe. So I'm going to use red. And then I'm going to ask this question. So if we live in Santa Fe, where might we want to go to see the otters? And you guys shout out, where might we want to go?
Santa Venetia.
Inverness, Point Reyes.
Where the
Yeah,
red
the
ones
Venetia.
are.
Where should I go?
I know
with
in
the-
Santa Fe, the Las Colinas sanitary ponds have actual otters running around.
So do we see those here?
Is that it?
So we want to look at the map. So like, would I want to go left? Would I want to go to the left? Would I want to go down?
North.
Where would the closest place be to go?
Left.
Left.
Left, yeah. So
I
I'm
don't
gonna,
see words by the red pins.
Yeah.
yeah, I don't see any words by the red pins either.
Mm-hmm.
So what this represents is, so if it represents the Marin Municipal, watch me over here.
Water.
Marin Municipal Water District.
Mhm.
And
What
so
about the
basically
yellow
where
one?
that is in San Anselmo.
Ross. Kent.
Yeah, it's the, they're at,
Phoenix.
sorry.
Phoenix Lake.
Lake area?
They're at Phoenix Lake, yeah, yeah. And so this just gets again to those words that are so important in the lower grades, like closer to, farther than, all of those kinds of words. So I'm just gonna, any other ideas, I'm just gonna leave this up for 1 second. You guys are the experts, not me. If you showed this in your classroom, we're thinking about number sense, more than, less than, equal to, numbers, breaking numbers apart. I'll show you what our little guy said about how we counted the 9. But what other kinds of things might you ask your kids, or do you think they might say for
Sally?
your grade level?
Sally,
Oh, well, mine's not. I was just going to type it in, but in second grade, we do map skills. So we could talk about north, south, east, west, but that's not math, sorry.
No, don't be sorry. We're combining. So could you actually draw this? Could you actually put the compass?
Yeah, the compass rose.
There you
One of the
go.
standards.
And then you can even make purposeful mistakes. So let's put this over here. Would this be west?
No.
No. Okay. And so you're going to say, any ideas of how we can remember where east and west are? So like you can make it totally fun when you're doing it. And then when you say east, what might you want to refer them to?
Never eat soggy waffle. No.
Oh,
The bay.
Where
The
the
bay would
love
be
it.
east.
yeah. And so then you could write the word bay over here, right?
Oh, okay. I couldn't.
Yep. So whatever you do, yeah, I do know I was talking to a Mill Valley teacher, Kim Supas, and she was saying how she would do the compass rose and she would do a lot with the maps.
You could even speak about the landforms. Like, what are you noticing about, what else are you noticing?
The
I mean, you're thinking about
landforms.
the landforms and the cliffs versus the lower ground.
How many agree with that? Oh,
Not
Willow's into that. Okay.
I also might ask them if we've already talked about otter habitat, where some other places otters might want to live and why.
How many heard what Willow said? Can anybody repeat that and then tell me if you would, how that feels to you?
Where would the otters want to live and why?
Yeah, excellent. Okay. Okay. All right, then I'm going to go to the next page. But now, if anybody figures out how to erase the whole thing, please let me know.
You do clear.
You
Clear.
clear the trash can.
Oh,
Trash can.
Ta-da! Okay.
look it. She helped me. I did it.
Where did you find clear?
Hooray.
It was right here, the garbage can. You
On
click
your
clear.
annotate tools.
When you're
Okay.
in annotate.
All right, so we're going to the next screen, friends. This is
I
our
see
little
it.
guy, Owen. And I called Owen and we put him on a Zoom and his mother gave me permission. So I'm just gonna click it, not for a long time, you can watch it later. And I'm sharing this on purpose because I haven't been in a classroom in a while and I made a lot of mistakes. And so I want you to see the difference between when we ask him to expand what happens. And I'm just gonna move forward. That was his little brother. Can you hear it?
No.
Oh,
Okay, go back to share screen.
uh-huh.
Okay, click here. Click here. Share.
Huh?
Share.
Surroundings. What are a couple of things you notice or wonder about them? And it can be anything. There's no right or wrong. So we'll ask Kate later what she thinks, but I care more about you right now, Owen. What do you notice and wonder about these little otters?
Why they have the whiskers when they're going in the water a lot.
So you're thinking that they do go in the water a lot, or you're wondering if they go in the water a lot? Oh, here we go.
Wondering.
He said he.
Yeah. Can you guys hear it? Okay. All right. And then what else do you notice about the picture? What are you observing about these otters?
This is the Zoom.
I know, but can they see it?
Yes, we can see, we're seeing exactly
Okay.
what you're showing.
Okay, so I'm going to move it forward a little because he noticed a lot with that. And then let's hear what else he says. That one. Okay, so then I'm going to start on that one, but then let me erase. So I'm going to move it forward. It was like, oh.
Fur. Oh, you're noticing the otter fur.
Oh, that there's fur. I'm sorry, I misunderstood you. Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay, I'm going to go forward again. Okay, I'm going to get to the spot where he explains how many he saw, you guys. Live. Oh, wait. See, I shouldn't be answering that, Michelle. Thank you for letting me practice.
What makes you say that? What makes you say that you think that those pins are where the otters live?
That because looks a lot like where otters live.
Oh, why do you say that?
Yeah, there you go.
Because the map looks a lot like an otter's home with all that water.
Oh.
Awesome.
Okay, and I just want to tell you guys, he just finished kindergarten and he just turned 6 years old, okay?
More about the water.
And I'm going to move it a little forward to where he counted the pins. These
2.
right here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that, I believe, is San Anselmo area. So that's not that far from you. That's not that far from you. So let's talk a little bit about the pins. What else do you notice about the pins? Anything at all that you notice?
That they're different colored.
So let's talk with them. What color do you see first?
Blue.
What?
Blue.
Blue. Okay. And about how many blue pins do you think there are?
I think 9.
Can you tell me how you think that? And I'll circle them and count with you. Which ones did you see first? What did you start with?
The one that's closest.
This one?
One that's farthest from San Rafael.
Farthest. Way up here?
Nope. Down.
Here? Over here?
Left or right?
Left. To the left.
Oh, to the left. This one. Okay, that's
Down.
I think he means the one on the point.
This one down here, Michelle?
No, go to the left.
Oh, this one?
That one? Is that it?
Yes.
All right, so I'm gonna call that number 1. And then where did you go from there? And I'm gonna erase the others so that I can circle them and label as we go. So that's your first one that you saw. Okay, I'm gonna advance And it then a what little did bit, you you guys, because he did something really great with counting here. Well, no, write I'm not gonna another miss it. 3 there. Okay, and then what did you count next?
I counted the 2 group.
The 2 group. Let's see how you group them. All right.
You know what I'm observing is that because I did it so differently, and you just showed me a new way of how to look at that.
Yeah, he did.
By doing it in groups, because I was doing it individually, but you decided to do it in groups.
Let's combine the groups. If we started with this group of 3 and added the 1 more, how many do you have there?
4.
Oh, you're very quick with your answers, my friend. And then how would you add on from the 4? Would you add the group of 3 or the group of 2?
Group of 3, and then I would have 7.
All right, so I'm gonna record that. I heard you say 4 and the group of 3. And then all together, how many did that give you?
7.
7. And then what do you have left?
2 more.
2 more.
And then 9.
Huh. How do you know that so fast? How'd you count that?
Because 3 plus 3 is 6, and then 2 plus 6 is 8, and then you're just adding 1 more to make the...
Okay, so I'm just gonna stop that. Can anybody repeat how he broke that apart? Michelle, how come I can't hear them? See, did I
We
lose
didn't
everybody?
unmute. No, it's just trying to put it in
Okay.
words. 3, I'm trying to remember, did he do 3 and 3?
He did
No.
3 plus 3, and then 2 more is 8.
Oh yeah, and then 1 more makes 9. Right.
Yeah, so interesting. So are we kind of doing a number talk within the data?
Yep.
Totally. Subitizing, boy.
Yeah.
I love that he was practicing his doubles, 3 plus 3, you know? So
Yeah,
good.
and then later on, you guys, he does the same thing with the 4. He has me circle 2 and then 2 more. He's clearly really into the doubles and adding on. But then if we get other kids to repeat it, people to write it on their paper, people to draw it in the air, how many do you think this would help other kids?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, how many think they might do this in their classroom?
The 3 to get to 9.
There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna move forward, but so do you see, and what's interesting is you could even tell, like, where where school kind of ended for him, because as with it as he is with these numbers, he had never seen, when I tried to show him at the end, the greater than less than, he had never seen that sign. And I know they do it in kinder, but with us having to leave school early, you can see some of the things that perhaps in prior years they might not have gotten. But is this a good way to introduce it? And then, even though you're a first grade teacher, could you introduce it here? And would this be a great visual? Okay. All right, then I'm going to go to the next slide.
Very engaging with the otters. Very cool.
Yeah, I think this little boy, he really had a good time. His mom sent us this note and said he really, really had fun doing this. So, okay, now I have to figure out how to get to the next screen, Michelle. Ah, you guys, this is so hard. Wait.
You want to exit out.
What?
You want to exit out of the video.
How do I do that? The escape? I did escape. It's hard, but that's okay.
I heard you say 3.
Okay.
Let's go back to screen share. There. And you want to stop your video.
I know, but I don't know how to stop it. It's all right, you guys. Oh, wait, I remembered how to, but see, I don't know how to stop the video. Sorry, friends, it's all right. This is all good because, here we go. First of all, for the annotation, I'm gonna clear all the drawings, and then I'm going to go back to the other. I need to get this.
Can you click on a different tab? Is that what you need to do? Do you still want to share?
Oh, okay. Now, I'm going to show you guys one thing that I made these slides more for you, for your classroom, but I did some research on really young kids and how we get them to really understand graphs, because as you know, at the younger ages, it's difficult. So the way that I'm proposing is that you first start and you make it playful. Raise your hand, or you can put the little clappy thing on your screen or the thumbs up. How many of you have done the input-output charts with the young kids? Just put the clappy thing up or the thumbs up. Okay, I see one. Oh, good, Sally does it as well. Okay. All right then. Susan's doing it. Okay. All right, so this is a really fun way to explain to them. So everybody, what do you see so far? Just shout it out.
One otter.
One otter.
Okay, so then we're gonna see about what might come out in the next screen, and I'm not gonna do any annotations, so I'm gonna get rid of that for right now. And then I'm gonna go to the next one. Okay. Oh, what came out?
One green block.
Exactly.
Green.
One block. And so then what number is going to come out, do you think? No, I need to move. Okay. All right. And now what's coming out? 2. So now what do you think is going to come out next?
2
Let's
blocks.
just predict.
Green box.
2.
The number 2. Okay. Now what's going to come out next?
2 blocks.
2 blocks.
Absolutely. Okay. So now are we starting to associate them with numbers, with blocks, with the pictures? And you can always start with just the pictures and the blocks. Uh-oh. So now what's out? The number what, everybody?
3.
3, and you can have them draw it in the air. Everybody can say it. What might come out next?
3 otters, 3 blocks.
Oh, Ruben's thinking 3 blocks or 3 otters. Oh, he can't make up his mind. What do you think is going to come out, Susan?
3 otters.
Well, let's just see. Ah, it was the 3 blocks. Now what has to come out?
3 otters.
Ah, all right. And now we're going to see, oh, now this is very purposeful, you guys. Sometimes you don't want to go completely in sequence because then kids don't understand the input-output relationship. So it's okay. And now I want you to see, where is the mistake here?
There's only 4 otters.
Exactly. And how many should there be?
5.
Okay, and so again, purposefully making mistakes so that kids see that. And then here comes our 5th one. But now do you see how we're kind of prepping their brain to get them to see graphs? Because for little kids, that's a very abstract thing to think that that cute otter is represented either by the number 1 or by that one block. But now we're building it on for them, okay? So now what we're gonna do, okay, now we're gonna take them to this. And we're gonna ask them, now this is a different map, isn't it? What do you notice here and what do you wonder? And again, we're just gonna let kids think for a little bit. And then depending on how well you've trained them, we can let kids talk and annotate. So I'm just gonna pretend that we've taught them a little bit. Everybody put your hands up again. Remember self-control, put them together. We're only gonna touch it if it's our turn. And does anybody wanna go first? And the others have self-control. Who wants to maybe share what they notice? Ooh, Susan does.
I wonder what happened at Bass Lake? Why was it in 2018? Is it more than 2019?
Does anybody else have that wonder? Thumbs up if you have that same wonder. Okay, now, could you connect this to, you've probably already, because we've done the initial phenomena, would you add that question to your chart? Yeah, so now you're getting more wonderings, but you're also doing mathematics. Now, can you tell me though, Susan, why is it that you think there were more in 2018 than in 2019?
Because there's more green than blue.
Does everybody agree with that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, remember, and they're little, so we're gonna have people repeat. Is there more green or is there more blue, everybody? Which is there more of?
Green.
Green, and how do you know that, Susan?
Because it's bigger. It's taller.
Oh, okay. All right. Anybody else have any other wonderings or noticings?
I want to know where Middle Lagunitas is. What does that mean?
Oh. Does anybody know where it is? Can anybody read that? Where's Middle Lagunitas?
I wonder if that's like Kent Lake.
Yeah, maybe. Or, I mean,
I'll
I would
circle it
think
here.
maybe it would be in the creek itself, the Lagunitas Creek. That's what it looked like before, but I don't know what Middle Lagunitas means. All the rest of these are places that I recognize that I could identify, but I'm not clear about what Middle Lagunitas means.
So is that something we would want to investigate?
Yeah.
Absolutely, and we could do that. So as a class, we can totally do that. This came, just so you know, from the River Ecology Project. When you click on their website, there's explanations where everything is, there's details. I just chose the things that I thought would be easiest for the children to see. Does that make sense?
Yep.
But they're gonna ask good questions like that, especially if it's somewhere that is near where they live. Anybody notice anything else? Let's talk about some of the numbers and what we see.
I noticed that the numbers match the bars because I can see Las Galinas has 555 and everything's equal up there. So those numbers match how many otters, I think the number of otters are found in each place, each year.
Oh, can somebody repeat what she said about the numbers and the graphs?
So the size of the bars seems to relate to the numbers.
Okay, so where do we think this 5 goes to?
Bigger numbers have bigger bars.
Oh.
And equal
Where do you see that? Where do you see that?
So if you look at Middle Lagunitas, the red line, whatever color that is littler than the green line. And then the blue line's just a little bit smaller. and the numbers are 5, 7, 6.
So which one do you think is the 5 belongs to?
The red on the.
Why?
And it's
Why do you
like,
think that?
because it's first.
Oh, interesting. Okay, tell me, where do you think the 7 belongs?
In the middle, in the green.
And
How
why do you
many
think
agree
that?
with that? Okay, so because we want to get everybody's voice here. Oh, Eileen, thank you for your thumbs up.
Why do you think that?
Because it's in the middle.
Like that too.
Does anybody want to add on to that? Because there's another word here. You know how in kindergarten you want big, bigger, biggest, small, smaller, smallest. You know what's that called, you guys? English. What when you have the bigger, biggest? What's that called?
Superlatives?
Yeah, there we
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Awesome. Okay. And I want to give you a little bit more time. What other questions might you ask? What do you think your kids might notice? And where would you go with this, with these data talks? What would you do? And just talk with each other. I'm just giving you time to talk here.
Maybe greater, less than, and equal. You could do that with this too.
Okay. Oh, I'll put that in the text box, actually. Okay, you guys keep adding on to her, and I'll take some notes for you.
More, less again, bigger, little, bigger, smaller, I mean.
You might have some kids adding up all the numbers.
Wow. What was the first one, though? Somebody said something first, and I
Greater
didn't
than,
type it. What?
greater than, less than, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What else might you do?
And equal.
Okay, perfect. Yeah.
I'm thinking for if I have TK, hopefully, I would choose some, like I might choose Abbott's Lagoon, Las Colinas, some that are easier to see rather than so many. They might get, for my little bitties.
So you would actually take some off.
Yeah, so like
Okay.
just use like Abbott's Lagoon,
Okay.
Drake's Bay, Las Colinas maybe,
Mhm.
just at first, and then add more as they get it.
Nice idea. Yeah. So you're really scaffolding up.
They could
Anything
total
else?
each section or each location.
Okay.
I think I would do, see, think, wonder, a little bit of that in the beginning.
Or then maybe like compare, why is there more up, like, oh, you can't really see mine. Why is there more up here by Point Reyes and then not as many down here? Maybe compare from Tennessee Valley Lagoon all the way up to Abbott's Lagoon.
Yeah. I like that, Jolie, because then we're totally getting back to the science again and the modeling and why are there more someplace than another place? Like, is the habitat different? Do you do habitat in second grade? Or no?
Yeah. Yes, we do. We do the animals in their habitats.
Oh, so I'm gonna write that here because
Or how yeah.
Yeah, no, keep going, Julie. What is it? Animals and habitats and what else?
How animals, or what is the whole, it's a science standard though, the new one.
Yeah.
Animals relate into their habitats, and then we learn about the different habitats and ecosystem. That's what it was.
Yeah. In TK even we use what do animals need? So I would think
wow.
An animal in Tennessee Valley Lagoon may not have as much food as one up in Drake's Bay or something. So I mean, we could talk about animals. What do animals need? So why are there fewer?
I love that word because that's so hard. Why are there fewer? I'm writing that down because I just feel like we give kids things out of that textbook with that word fewer and they don't know what it means, but this is kind of visual and it's something they're interested in, right?
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah.
I think you could also, kids don't really understand what a key is in this graph. So to go over the key and maybe even include the compass rose if necessary when they're trying to describe their answers to us. I don't know. I teach second grade, so my kids would.
Yeah.
How many agree with Susan? Second graders could talk about the key and the, oh, Sally was right with you. Yeah, that you could talk about the key, you could talk about the compass rose. Anything else? Like I look down here on the map. Let me get my thing again. What does this represent? Do you see where I am with the red? What's that?
The Golden Gate Bridge.
What do people think?
Yeah. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can talk about how the different, you know, if you're talking about math skills, talk about the different lines and what they represent.
Oh, wait, tell me more about that.
We can just talk about there's different kinds of lines on this map, right? There's the plain line, and then it looks like there's a dotted line in the water. I see a dashed line. You know, you could talk about the different kinds of lines and what the different lines may or may not represent.
And we study.
There's a dashed line over water. What does it mean?
Citations, so yeah.
What's the dotted line? I mean, that's
the
what
ferry.
is this dashed line?
Ferry routes. So.
How'd you guys know that?
We know a lot.
We sure do know a lot.
We're in native.
Yeah, but how exciting is that? Because, you know, with our GPS systems, do you think that young kids see maps very often?
Oh, no.
No, so how many think you're going to take this back to your classroom?
Yep.
Yay, 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 yay. Okay, any other ideas? Because this is for you, and it doesn't even have to be related to this map, but you're in here in your little own space. Anything else that you want to ask each other about what they're going to take back, or what you're going to do, or share what you're going to do, because you've got about 2 minutes left.
I want to find out who makes the map and does the tallies so that my kids, because they're on ranches and there's not a lot represented Novato and North Marin, could we be part of the survey for 2020?
Yep. Oh, wait, what the heck? I make myself crazy. Michelle, oh, wait. Where'd it go? Oh, there. There.
The survey does go higher, right? It's just the amount of map
here
we're
you go.
showing.
Tomorrow, do not miss tomorrow at 11 o'clock, my friends. And bring all your friends. You can bring parents. You can bring kids. Megan Isidore from the River Otter Ecology Project. She is going to speak, and they're the ones that create these. But we all get to be river otter spotters, you guys. And so do you see all of the yellows? What do you think they are?
Otter sightings.
Yay. Otter
Watch.
sightings.
This is so cool.
Otters.
Oh, wait, let me shut that off. Hold the phone. Look. Look what happens when I click on it. Oh, shit. Oh, and I just recorded that.
That's it. You're out of here, girl.
Oh, good about your expletives being, you know, appropriate.
Okay. Anyways, when you click on this, why isn't it working? When you click on it,
Because you have to go to the live map, Eileen. So when you click on
okay. All right. When you go to the live map and you click on it, what do you think comes up?
A number?
Keep going.
Date.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. What's the date represent?
When somebody saw an otter at that spot.
Yeah. Isn't that so cool? And they get to say the spot. And so all of our kids can, and our parents, us, we can be a part of it. And the only other thing that I was going to say that you might want to do mathematically, this is from a Marcy Cook workshop.
So this is, so I have it up now, Eileen.
Cool. Show them, Michelle. Show them.
So I'm going to click on, let's go to Nevada. Where is Nevada? Okay, here we are. Let's go up to here. Okay, so report details.
Sonoma County.
Let's Tubbs. Oh, so that's Tubbs Island.
Nice.
Right? That's really cool. And then it goes to the second one. So that's 1 of, and then 3 of 3.
Aww.
That's sad.
So the red
geez, why are you
X's,
showing me a dead one?
all the red X's are the dead river otter.
Oh, interesting.
It's life. It's science. Come on, Eileen.
know.
You guys are a tough crowd.
That's very cool.
You love us.
Fresh
The dead river otter. But that's interesting. So how many drive on Highway 37? I didn't know there were river otters in there.
Right.
Cool. And so then I just want to show you mathematically, like if you circle a group, like you say, oh, 55, Arroyo behind 55. I actually had 2 sightings on Thursday, June 18th. That's cool. Oh, this is so fun. Okay, so I'm just gonna say one last thing because we have to be on 11 o'clock. You guys, you can, with your annotate, well, first what I would ask is, and everybody just shout a number. How many yellow river otter spottings do you think are on this map right now? Just a guesstimate.
More than 100.
Okay. And so then, oh, Kelsey's coming in. We've got people in the waiting room. I'm gonna admit them because we're gonna have a meeting. But then what you can do, and this is a total Marcy Cook thing, you can circle like a little group of yellow, like I would down here in this point, and you would let them actually count it. And then after they counted it, and you wrote that number, then you could say, now estimate again. And then you could do circle. So in other words, you're giving them a strategy for estimation. Does that make sense, my friends? Okay. All right, so then, oh yes, Gina.
So these kind of maps, could we just put in Google image for data map and come up with any, like, you know, I don't know, any topic, like where do monkeys in the jungle live or something? Like, I'm gonna look at Google images and see what's out there.
Awesome. And then Gina, when we come back, if you come to the Creating Curiosity at 1:15, which is for the TK-2, you could put that in the chat, okay?
Okay.
How many think that's a good idea? And you could do it for whatever it is you're investigating. Nice thinking,
Yeah.
Gina. I like how
Thanks,
you explained
guys.
that. Okay, thank you, my
Thanks,
friends.
guys.
Talk about the
Thanks,
ed puzzle real
Eileen.
quick. Eileen, the ed puzzle. If people want to watch this
Oh,
ed
yeah,
puzzle.
say it. Tell them, Michelle.
Well, so this afternoon when we're doing the Creating Curiosity Out the Front Door, which is an awesome TV series that we did over the summer that gets kids engaged in the outside, like literally out of their front door. And this afternoon, we're going to be going through some various things about creating curiosity. And one of them is with Danelle French, who is our English learner extraordinaire. And this is a really great video about inquiry and asking questions, sort of similar to what we've been doing. So if you have a moment to watch it, it's about 11 minutes long.
Thank you, Michelle. You guys will love it, trust us. Okay, so we'll see you at 1:15. Go get some lunch, have some fun. Thank you. Oh, thanks, Sarah. Great stuff. She's sharing it with her group. Thanks, Sarah.
Oh, there we go.